Hey guys, what up? Today we're about to hit some deadlifts, and then after our deadlifts we're going to do some accessory movements. So today my goal is to go for 500-pound deadlift, but I don't know how that's going to happen today. My back is a little bit tight, so we'll figure it out and see what happens. This is the warm-up. Weight feels decent today, but I forgot. But as you progress, as you warm up and progress, basically the weight starts to get feels a little bit lighter, I want to say, or a lot lighter. So this was the first set. I usually warm up. I usually do the bar first, right, for like five reps, 2 sets, and then I'll jump up and do 135 pounds, 5 reps, 3 reps, 1 rep. It all depends on how I'm feeling. So right now it's going to be a little bit tougher to warm up. But the thing is, you don't want to waste too much time warming up, especially the way I'm feeling today. So I'm gonna cut my warm up a little bit more short. So basically I'm just kind of gonna breeze through the warm up and make big jumps versus small jumps, so I can retain as much energy as possible to try and hit that 500-pound deadlift. I don't know how I'm gonna do this today. I don't know how I'm gonna do this today, but I like that. See, my man say, I got this. See, you need that motivation. All right, guys. So our second set, we're gonna go for 3 repetitions. And if you notice, I'm not actually touching the floor, because when the weight is like lighter, it's just like I don't feel like going all the way down right now at this moment of my career. So 1, 3, 2. Perfect. Now, as I warm up, I usually don't use straps, right? So I can get my hands, my forearms, bicep, all that stuff prepped, right, for the heavier weight. And I normally do an overhand grip here. So, normally do an overhand grip for the warm up, just because, right, and just to warm everything up. But technically, oh shit, damn, I'm messing up. I've been recording a long time, so don't mind me, guys. So when you use the straps, my hands are going to be like this. So yes, I am warming up without the straps, so I can get my fingers, forearms, biceps, all that stuff warmed up. But when I don't use the strap, right, basically I'll warm up this way, and then I'll go with the mixed grip and pull like that, right, with no straps. But with these bars actually roll when you pick them up. So you definitely need straps, right, depending on how strong your grip is and how heavy you're going. So it makes no sense for me to go heavy and then I'm not hitting the weight, right, or pull the weight due to not my grip but the bar rolling, right, guys. Second set of our conventional deadlifts. Now on this one, I'm actually going to go for 1 repetition. I'm gonna do 2 sets of 1. So, but what you want to do is you want to make sure you pull this 1 rep as fast as you can, nice and locked in, right? So I'm prepping not only my body but my mind to get ready and prep for the heavier weight I'm trying to move today. Perfect. Now, as you can see how fast I came up, I could have did more. Now this weight, the 225, move faster than the 135, right? That's just because that's me. It's your mental, it's your mind. It's you prepping your body to move that weight as fast as possible, right? So, I'm just gonna do 2 sets of 1, and then I'm gonna bump up. So I'm gonna go for the 1 again. So for me, I personally like to do more cluster sets versus just repping and then take a minute, right? I used to do that before, so I'm not in competition right now, so I'm just like doing it that specific way. All right, guys, this is how we did 2, 4, This is our 5th set, okay? Now I'll put the straps on. Come on, baby. Woo, that's a solid 315 for 2 repetitions. So I'm gonna do 2 reps. So we're gonna do, with 315, we're gonna do 2 sets. We're gonna do 2 reps. We're gonna rest for about a minute, and then we're gonna do 1 rep. And then we're gonna bump the weight up to 405, okay? All right, guys, this is our 2nd set with 315, and we're gonna do a single, right? A single just means 1 repetition. So now we're on to our 7th set of deadlifts with 405, okay? So we're gonna do another single here, all right? We wanna make sure we lock in. So now we're getting closer the max, right? Everything matters right now. Yep. Ooh, that came up like water. Ooh. All right, guys, now we bumped the weight up to 455 pounds right now. We're only gonna do a single. Now, as you start to get more experience, you wanna jump up as fast as possible without wasting too much energy. Remember, we're going for maximum strength, right? Yep. Come on, baby. Easy weight. Deep breaths. Ooh, and move fast. I can tell it moved fast, but it felt a little bit heavy, but I know it moved fast. So, especially at the top, right? So normally, as you see a deadlift, I come up a little bit slow off the floor, and then it pulls, and it kind of slows down right here, and then I snap and thrust into the lift towards the end. So that definitely felt great. Now we're gonna bump up to straight to 500 pounds. Honestly, I don't have no time to just sit here, so I'm gonna go for all or nothing. All right, guys, I really like the way that 455 felt, so I decided to go for 515 instead of a even 500. So I'm gonna be locking in for a good minute before I even go. Woo! Let's go. I definitely could have went heavier for sure, but I'll take it because I know I'm getting stronger. I haven't made that jump from 455 to a 500 plus deadlift in about 6 years, right? 6 years. So I'm definitely happy about that, baby. On to our accessory movements now. So we just finished up our deadlift. So now it's time to do a little bit of accessory movement. I'm figuring out in my head what exactly exercises I want to do. After something like this, your CNS is fried. Your central nervous system is done. It might don't feel like it, but I'm telling you, the next day you wake up, you're just like fatigued. So you need to be careful of how you choose your accessory exercises, right? And then it varies from day to day, right? So I have this thing called Deadlift Saturday where I deadlift every Saturday, right? So, and then I just do a bunch of different variety of things. I might do a back, a little light, little push-ups, some dips, pull-ups, some abs, depending on how much time I have, all right? All right, guys, our next exercise, our accessory exercise is going to be some tall kneeling pull downs, which is going to work your abs. We're going to use a close grip, so we hit the lower lats and that mid lower back. This is great for your core, for your glutes. All right, guys, this is our second set of our tall kneeling close grip cable pull down. He just works the abs like crazy. 8, and the lower lats get isolated. 9, 10, 11, one more. 12. We're gonna keep that at 2 sets and move on to the next exercise. All right, guys, now with third exercise, some behind the neck lat pull downs. 12. All right, our second set of our behind the neck wide grip lat pull downs. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Whew. All right, third set. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Now the reason why I chose to do the behind the neck wide grip lat pull down is because it works your teres major, teres minor, your rhomboids, and it works that middle part of your back, right? So, and it also too, obviously it works the lats. And what I like about it is that you get some mobility in there as well, right? If you think about it, when someone is doing a overhead press or like they're doing the O lifts, when they press there, boom, basically doing the behind the neck, it goes into like behind their head, I want to say, right? So if you can see like all the top Asians or Chinese Olympic weightlifters, the top guys, they all do wide grip behind the neck pull downs. So you guys should give it a try. Make sure you don't use heavy weight. Make sure you use enough weight to where the bicep isn't taking over, and you can actually pull with your lats, with your back, with your rhomboids. You can create that mind-muscle connection. All right, guys, now with next accessory movement is going to be some alternating hammer curls. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. That's what I normally do on my deadlift day is, and then especially when you do something heavy like deadlifts or something like that, all the damn weight just seems like it just feels lighter. All right, guys, second set of our hammer curls using the dumbbells, baby. That's 2, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Now doing some dumbbell hammer curls after you're doing heavy deadlifts is definitely great because you get to sneak in some forearm action, and obviously you get to hit your biceps, but not so much to the point where you're isolating the bicep where it's causing so much stress on the bicep. All right, guys, now we're about to go with some hammer strength high row. This is going to hit your upper lats. Yep. And then we're going pretty heavy. 7, 8. Woo. Now this is another great exercise to work on your grip strength as well. but also, so this is like a hybrid between a row and a lat pull down, right? So this right here hits your rhomboids, your traps, your delts, biceps, lats, all that stuff. So, but I definitely feel it more in my upper lat, right? And kind of, I want to say that lower trap part, right? Where it goes to that Dorito at the bottom, that little point at the bottom cuts off there. So that's why I feel it at. All right, guys, second set. Power. Yep. 6, 7, one more. Woo. Solid. All right, we're only gonna do 2 sets of that. We did 2 sets of biceps, 2 sets of tall kneeling. We did, I think, 3 sets of behind the neck lat pull down. Now we're about to finish off with some abs. I had to adjust the seating. I like my seat low in this machine, so that way I'm hitting a lot of upper abs. I do a lot of lower ab work, so I really need to hit that upper ab. 2, 3, 4. I mean, you're gonna hit your lower abs on this too. 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I usually rest like 20, I would say 15 to 30 seconds to be correct. So I usually rest, don't want to do that, but I usually rest between 15 and 30 seconds, and I just bang them out and just try to get this over with. All right, I'm going to hit it again. 15 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew, just 2 sets. Now we on to our next ab exercise. All right, guys, we're going to use the tricep push down side, and we're going to do some standing cable crunches. I want to say in reverse, right? Because normally people do them this way, boom, which is fine. But now I found a better way. I don't want to say a better way, but just a different way to do it, to where I can isolate my lower abs a lot more. Bend those knees slightly. Focus on those lower abs. 1, 2. Please choose a weight that you can do and you can actually feel your abs working, and not using your arms and legs. You're trying to create that mind muscle connection with the abdominal area, right? With the lower abdominals, upper abdominals, middle abdominals. And then you do a slight little exhales every time. Try to keep your body nice and rigid, and then round the lower back as if you're doing a crunch. I usually, once again, like I do the other machine, rest for like 15 to 30 seconds, and then I just go for it. There's no need to rest a long time. So right now I'm doing more frequent versus a bunch of volume. So I'm just banging everything out, 2 to 3 sets, maybe 4 sets on one exercise, and then I'm done. So I'm doing more frequent training versus just crushing them to where they're super sore, to where it takes me like 7 days to recover to even want to hit them again, right? All right, guys, second set. 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. All right, guys, third set of our ab work. Standing cable crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. That's all you need. All right, guys, we just finished from crushing our workout today, which consisted of heavy deadlift. So we went for a heavy single, which we hit 515 a day. I'm very happy and very proud of that. I was definitely, I want to say, doubting myself. It's been years since I made that big jump like that. And then we just finished off with some accessory movements. As y'all can see, we ended it with abs. We did some hammer curls. We did some back work. And that's a wrap, baby. All right, make sure and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Peace.